and welcome back to the 2021 edition of Gunpla Club. On my digital top left, I have Callum Gunn, who is in mid-vape, mid-toke.
No,
how's it
not
going,
me.
Callum?
I'm
How's
good.
your
How are
new
you?
year, babe?
It's been good so far.
Oh, right.
I bought a yo-yo.
Not really good
years
at
old.
yo-yoing, or
Almost 34.
mediocre at yo-yoing?
Well, I can do about one thing, and that is get it back up, right? Not to go too deep, right? But I've changed it to be an unresponsive yo-yo, so it's not one of those ones that just comes back up when you look at it a bit sternly. So you have to do this mad thing called a bind to get it back up, and I can do that. So feeling pretty good about 2021.
Are there any yo-yo influencers? Because that could be the gap in the market that you feel.
I think the influencers, from what I've dipped my toe into, are pretty much they've achieved parity with the world record holders, or like the champions. They go to like Shanghai and do their thing on a stage.
Why
so
Shanghai?
all those people. Well, that's where the holy shit! Did Discord just crash?
What? Callum?
You mentioned Shanghai and you've been shut down.
Oh, I thought it was me. No, oh dear.
Right, I'm going to turn off my camera.
Yeah, let's turn off cameras.
Can you hear me?
To my digital top right is Chopamon, who's come out of digital hibernation to be with us today.
Hello.
How's not being on? Let me do that again. How's not being on the internet been for you in 2021?
It's been amazing so far. It has been fantastic. I've had a much happier start to the year than one might imagine after the current events and events of 2020. But it has meant I've missed out on a whole bunch of Gundam news, so I'm opening all of the links in the document and catching up on what I've missed out on.
I saw you opening the links as I was putting them in, and I was not done, man. Like I was like mid listing.
All right, well, let me close all these tabs then.
We don't have a doc. This is all off the top of the dome, baby. We're experts here.
Ad-libbed.
We don't
Listen,
need
don't
a
reveal
doc.
that we actually have like a mile-long script for this, otherwise it'll be ruined.
This is in the script. What I'm saying right now.
What's
And
on all?
this.
On our digital bottom right is William Potter. How are you, sir?
Did you just call me a bottom? So
No.
Digital
Thank you for
What are
the
you
Christmas
implying?
card, Will. That was very kind of you. It arrived today.
You're very welcome. I think I included a Dragon Ball Z sticker in it.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'll have to check it out. Freya's probably missed it. She opened it.
Snaffled by customs.
Shit.
But yeah, good to be back. I've been itching to come on a podcast, as is the birthright of every white male with a beard.
I won't refute that claim. Speaking of white men, Sam's here
With beards.
with beard.
It's been a rough Christmas. Oh boy.
He's back alive.
Yeah. I had to kill and eat my way out of hell, and let me tell you.
The Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
Wasn't
What do
that
we have
the
for
plot of
dinner down
Gears of
there
War
for
2?
Christmas?
Well, blood, mainly.
Bloodle sprouts. Oh.
Blood, and bits of sick, in the wise words of Garth Marenghi.
Copper smelling blood.
How's life, everybody?
It's fine. We're in the UK.
We're not in England anymore. Wait. We're not in the European Union anymore.
Brexit was a ploy to just detach England from itself, I suppose.
Yeah.
I saw that the UK is the most infected country per capita in the world, so congrats everyone.
It's pretty
Yeah, it took us all working together to make that happen.
Yeah, just levelling up, as Boris Johnson said.
Did you not see that news article where people are refusing the Pfizer vaccine because they want the British one?
Oh my god.
The British one that's less effective.
Yeah, that's the one.
The Pfizer one is about 90%. The Oxford one's about 60 to 70%. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Only when it's available in the frozen isle in Iceland will they by the vaccine.
Right, we've got some model kits to talk about, fellas.
Bloody
We've had a
hell.
long Christmas break. We've had our pie, all of the mince ones. We've eaten dinners to end all dinners. I've put on about fucking 8 stone.
Do you know what? I think I've had a dinner every day. That might sound a bit mental. That's crazy. Just thinking, like, it's been a really weird year how I've had dinner every day.
What are
Anyway,
you defining as dinner?
What do you mean dinner, Callum?
a substantial meal in the evening, I would say.
So
Are we talking like chicken nuggets and chips, or is this like...
That's
like
that's a substantial meal. Whack a bit of ketchup beside that shit, and you're good to go.
According to George Osborne, isn't a Scotch egg a substantial meal? So it's
That's Michael
a little
Gove.
bit of UK politics humour for you there.
Will, what have you been building? You've been a busy boy, I see.
I have. You know what? I've realised something in
Your
that is-
unemployment.
I've been unemployed. I'll have news on that shortly. But I realised I love listening to podcasts, and Gunpla is a great hobby to do while you listen to podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
And given that we don't have commutes at the moment, other than doing the dishes or going out for a walk, I don't really have many excuses to listen to a podcast. So
Yeah.
I've been getting right into building model kits, and just yesterday I was like, I'm hungry for more now, because I was having a bit of a clear out. But anyway, I've been building a kit that I know Tropes has also been building, which is the real grade Eva Unit 1 from Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yes!
It's really nice. I've wanted an Eva for ages, and I've seen there's like a perfect grade and a master grade knocking about by Bandai for years, I think. They look pretty old, actually.
Yeah, the perfect grade is actually the first perfect grade.
Really? Yeah. And I kind of was interested, but a bit wary because of their age. And then this kit came out fairly recently, and I think I got it for about 50 quid. And real grade, it's got the detail of a real grade kit. Well, actually, how they describe it is the real system condensed into an approximate 175mm tool size. So it's not 1:144 scale. It stands about the same size as an MG, or like the MG RGX 782. It's pretty much the same height as that. Obviously, a lot more slender, being an Eva. So that gives you an idea of the kind of size, and it feels like a real grade to me. Tropes, I don't know how you felt building it, but it was mostly very satisfying in the amount of detail you get and the colour separation on the kit.
Yeah, I think straight away, balls out the bath on this one. This is probably the best kit I've ever built, and possibly the best kit ever made.
Well, I've got a
mean,
contender for you later, but okay.
I had so much fun building this kit. For me, this is what RGs are all about, where it's not just a more detailed HG, it's doing something that other model kits can't, and it's got so many moving parts, and it's not just clipping armor plates to an inner frame. Like all of those armor plates, they quite often move together as one part of the model moves. You see all these all of the body parts kind of react like muscles, and obviously, like, just because of the design of them, Gundams don't tend to do that. So like this is doing something really new and different, and the color separation, like you say, is out of this world. There's lots of detail that you don't need but is great. Like you said on the previous episode, there's the entry plug that goes in the back that you'll never ever see. But that's
the
cool and
core
it's
as well.
detailed.
Yeah.
And the weapons are great, and like the assault rifle is like multiple parts with inner parts that you need to clip in, and the shoulder things open up to reveal knives, which is cool. And it's a great kit. The only, like, I've got some criticisms of it that because of the design, it doesn't fit onto any action-based stands, which is a problem because they show loads of poses on the box, like the Evas sprinting, and you can't do that because it doesn't fit any normal action bases. So you'd have to get like one of those Figma stands for it.
The wee pinchers.
Yeah.
Why is that? Like it's like master grade size, right? The kit.
Yeah, the leg. It's the gripper that the legs would slot into. I've got a couple of master grade bases knocking around, so I tried the different parts, and like none of them fit nicely. You'd have to shave some of the I don't know what you call it, the bracket off that the model would sit in. I did have to glue a couple of pieces because there are some small pieces that move a lot, and like one of the chest pieces just would not stay on the plate, so that had to have a little dab of glue. And then the leg joint is really weird. It's kind of got this hoop that
It's got a hoop.
it's got a hoop. I don't even know. I'm not an engineer. And then like the it's like the pelvis has got this hoop in there, and then you slot in I don't know what, like the groin or like the hip bone, and then twist it to lock it in place, but it never locks in place properly. So every time you pose the legs, it kind of comes loose and the body wobbles around and you have to reseat it. So that's kind of a bit shit.
I've
but
not actually had
otherwise,
that issue, I don't think. Maybe it's like a slight difference in the build, but
yeah.
I mean, I've not done a huge amount of posing with this, but I do know what you mean. It is an unconventional model kit, I think, in the way that it comes together.
Yeah, and the stickers are shit because this kit has got so many different panels that you snap together and so many different panel lines, and they want you to put stickers over those panel lines, and I'm not doing that. They look awful. So, you have to leave a lot of the stickers off. But the kit looks fantastic. Amazing kit.
Like, when I opened the box, seeing the green and the purple, I was just like, God, this is so nice. It just, the plastic feels like a real premium quality as well. It feels really nice. And, yeah, you mentioned it comes with the assault rifle. It comes with 4 knives, 6 pairs of hands with various poses. It comes with a spare horn. So I think you can have the choice of putting a green sticker on the purple horn, or it comes with one where it's like 2 plastics in one. There's a runner which has like 3 or 4 colours on it. It's like, I don't know how they've done it, but they've like fused runners in one, so it comes sort of pre-made.
Yeah, they've done that for a few kits, I reckon.
Comes with a power cable as well, so you can plug it in. And one of the nice details was it comes with a decal for the entry plug. However, it says to only do that if you're displaying it separately. So if you're going to put the entry plug in the Eva, don't put the sticker on, because I guess it will not fit or it will get stuck or something. But honestly, you're not going to see it in there anyway.
So I was just looking, and they've got there's 2 versions of the Unit 1. One of them comes with the little hanger.
Yeah.
There's 2 models of the Unit 0, the yellow one that Ray pilots. One comes with the massive cannon. There's 1 unit of the Unit 2, which is Asuka's one, but it's not Asuka's one from the TV show. It's her one from the
movie. They're all from the movie, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all the movie designs. And coming, well, apparently it's in January for, I don't fucking know, a Unit 8. Just because I noticed that this wasn't on our new kit news, we might as well go over it now. I'll paste it into the document.
Which one's 8? See, I've not seen the new movies. I'm going purely off the
I haven't
series.
seen them in a while. I think that's the New Girls one, but I might be wrong on that.
Yeah, whatever she's called.
There's a girl with specs who's... Yeah.
Mary?
Oh, yeah.
I kind of dig it. It's pink. I like its head.
Yeah, I'm in for all of these. I've only got the one at the moment, but I am going to get all of them because they're such a good fun build.
Yeah, you guys have totally sold me. Like, absolutely. I'm all in. I want to get one of each, for sure.
It's really interesting what you said about the muscles. It definitely feels a more organic design, which does make sense considering, it's an Eva and they are living organisms.
They're made of
armor.
souls.
Spoilers. But like, especially the legs. I love the legs. It feels like you are constructing the muscles of the leg rather than just like armor plates or whatever.
Lovely, lovely legs.
Love their lovely slender legs.
Lovely
And
legs.
There's so much posability. Like
They do look really good. I really want one.
Yeah, it's out of stock on Banzai Hobby. God damn.
They remind me of the Reveltechs. I used to have some Reveltech.
I always
Evas.
wanted the Reveltech Evas.
Yeah. Oh, actually, a hot pro tip for people that want to get these and that don't want to pay, massive prices or run the risk of customs. I got mine from Jungle Japan, which is a cool second-hand online store. But of course, people just buy Gunpla kits and just trade them in without having built them because they buy a backlog and go, oh, maybe this wasn't a wise thing to do with my life. So mine was brand new and it was way less than you can get it for on the normal sites. Although I haven't checked Banzai Hobbies what their prices are, but
I recall it was hard to find when I bought it. I didn't get it through the usual places, I don't think. Because obviously it was such an in-demand kit. Like,
Yeah.
I think most people's favourite Eva unit.
Unit 2 is my favourite, but they've
Yeah,
not done the
Unit
TV
Unit 2
version.
is the best. Unit 2 look is just so cool.
So I've seen that a company called Madworks has done a metal detail up bit where you can put a bunch of like metal parts on it, like photo etch parts.
oh really?
Yeah, you can get them off I think Galactic Toys, and
That's cool.
But that looks really cool as well. I'm fully in for these. I really want one. But alas, my backlog is growing. Chopamon, so you've not just built the Ever, have you? You've done something really cool that I think is really neat.
Well, the two are kind of linked, actually,
really?
unfortunately, because I bought the 30-minute mission kits that Bandai do. They released a whole bunch of different bases for them, like a desert one and a snow one, and a city one, and they look really cool. They're like these hexagonal bases that come in 3 parts. And this one has a city scene on it, and like some skyscrapers, some industrial buildings, and a park. But they require painting for this to look any good. But I got it thinking I was going to be able to pose the Ever on it. But because the Ever hasn't got a way of attaching to an action base, that went out the window. Because I was hoping to do like a cool... What do they call it? Is it just Tokyo in...
Yeah, it's Tokyo 3, isn't it?
Tokyo 3.
That's it.
Yeah.
I was hoping to do something like that. But... another Gundam is now on it, and this base is supposed to be about £3, but I got it from some guy on eBay for a tenner because it was the only one I could find. But if you are up for doing a little bit of painting, by which I mean quite a lot of painting, these custom scenic bases, I think they're called, are excellent. And the desert one and the snow one, you won't have to do any painting to, but the city one definitely needs some painting. But what's cool is that they sell packs of like walls, I guess, for like an underground base. So you know how like the Evas launch up up a lift shaft and then appear in the city. They have something like that is intended for like 30-minute mission kits, which are also, like 144. So you can build like underground Gundam chambers with a city on top as a cool like scenic base. So if you can find a way to get them cheaply and you don't mind some painting, they are well good.
Sounds very promising.
Yours did look really nice, by the way.
Yeah, yours looks awesome. Like,
thank you very much. I just used some, just undercoated it with grey and then used some Games Workshop like washers and acrylics to pick out details and stuff. But it really did make me... I used to do a lot of Warhammer, and painting that, it's quite detailed, made me realise how much my hands shake now. I'm getting old, nearly like in my late 30s now, and I didn't realise how bad my hands were with doing fine detail work after years of typing and clicking mice and, probably degenerative hand muscle problems.
neurological disorders.
Games Workshop should start selling tranquilizers for elderly nerds.
What
is
like
it?
Fucking Snake in Metal Gear
Yeah,
Solid.
yeah, fucking
Some
take
diazepam.
diazepam, yeah.
Hit him in, fuck it.
Modeller's
Sam,
diazepam.
What have you been building, mate?
Nothing. I got a PS5, so. Yeah.
Yeah, oh no, you didn't just get a PS5. What did you get with the PS5?
So I ordered a PS5. Well, no, you ordered a PS5 from Game for me. Thank you very much. But by the time you were through the queue, the regular PS5 had sold out. So to buy a PS5, you had to choose one of the remaining bundles. So I went for the cheapest one, which included a PlayStation T-shirt and a PlayStation cap. So you can call me
tweet that
Mr. Gamer.
picture?
Yeah.
You know what's really funny? There's an image of Sam wearing the hat and shirt, and he just looks like he just fucking hates women. Like,
Yeah, it looks like. I do. In that get
he
up,
was storming Capitol.
I was gonna say, it does make me look scarily like the people who were kicking in the doors of the Capitol yesterday. So they are
Gamers'
for the
rights.
charity shop, I think. Is that hat and T-shirt? But I got a PS5. It only cost me, a bit of dignity. So
Moving on, I made I put all the armor on the PGX here.
yay!
Nice.
While watching the Tim Rogers video on Tokibeki Memorial.
Yay!
If you want to get some semblance of time, I finished it in one sitting, and I also finished the video in one sitting. It was about 6 hours.
I was sick. Bloody hell!
Blimey.
I don't know how
bad.
you have the attention span to do that in one go, man.
Well, it's because I was making the Exia that I was concentrating quite
No,
hard.
yeah, that's what I mean.
As a result.
How you have the attention span to do that whole thing in one go. I did the Exia over. Well, I did that part of it
Yes.
over a couple of
My
weeks.
brain is busted in the way that I need to make mental space in between time. I need massive blocks of time to get into something. If I don't have those massive blocks of time, I just never do it.
I see.
So
Interesting.
That's like the opposite of me. Interesting.
yeah, I can't just do little bits of things. So I just need to do it all at once. The Daban PGX here with all the armor on. Holy shit! It's so good.
Yeah, man.
So you struggled a little bit with the inner frame and doing the
frame
lights
was
and
a lot
stuff,
of trouble.
but you're happy with the outcome now, yeah?
The frame was a lot of trouble because, you know how, you don't appreciate this on a Bandai kit, but you know how, the sort of, the tolerances on the holes and things like that all match up perfectly.
Yeah.
It's incredible. But on the Daban version, they're off by, a millimeter or two, and... some things could be bigger than others. This includes pegs you have to push a hole into, and the hole is the right size, but the peg's too big, and things like that. Which did persist when I was making the armor, but once you just learn to love hobby cement and and a good pair of clippers is fine. So I'll never ever take the armor off this. I know I won't ever.
No, why would you?
Yeah, I don't.
Because
Yeah.
it looks incredible, though, when it's all said and done. I thought I broke the LED set again as well.
Really?
Which would have been another, I would have just, trashed the entire kit. I was, ready. I say it's incredible now, but building it was a fucking exercise in, you know how those Shaolin monks have their balls kicked in repeatedly?
Do they?
Yeah, mate.
You've never seen it,
Will, you exist on very different parts of the internet to me.
No, in real life, there's these mugs that just get kicked in the balls repeatedly, man. It's fucked up.
Cool.
Yeah, it's how they
I don't
reach
know,
Nirvana.
Serenity or something. So yeah, but building the Exia was a bit like that. But it eventually brought me to a Nirvana state in which I am viewing my work of art now. It's a very, very good kit. I love it to pieces. It's very poseable. Everything fits tightly. All the joints are really nice. But yeah, because of the tolerance issue, I thought I broke the LED kit again. Just because, there's this bit on the back that plugs into the backpack, where the GN drive is. So you need to take the GN drive out because I had it in already. Then I put that on and then tried to put the GN drive in, but the lights weren't turning on. I was like, oh, fuck! And I literally, for a fucking hour, I sat there just like literally sweating and being like, Freya, I'm really upset. She's like, oh, Simon, what's happened? I was like, my fucking robot won't light up.
Had you just not flick the switch on the base?
I did flip the switch on the base.
Okay.
But the issue was that because the tolerances were a bit too high on the on that particular part, the GN drive didn't plug in fully to where it should have been.
So the circuit wasn't completed.
Exactly, because you need a complete circuit for all of those LEDs to light up. Yeah. Like, you can't have that thing lit up without the GN drive in it. And there are two different ways to mount the GN drive. Like, one's in the base and one's in the actual body. So what I did was I eventually figured it out, took it off, snapped all the fucking connectors off, glued it all up, slapped it to the Exia, put the GN drive in, and voila, it's fine now.
Blimey.
I mean, from your pictures, it looks great. It looks very close to mine, but I didn't have to do any of that shit, I'll tell you now.
Yeah, exactly. There's also a bit, above, on the head armour, there's that little triangle that says Gundam on it.
Yeah, I know you messed that up, didn't you? You snapped that.
No. I snapped the green emblem on the forehead.
Yeah.
So that's shattered, but when the lights are on, you can't tell.
It's battle damage, it's fine.
But above that, where there's that little green triangle, little white triangle that says Gundam on it.
Yeah.
It's fucking tiny, right?
Yeah, it's
like
cool.
1 millimeter, 2 maybe.
Yeah, it's cool.
There's a piece that it slots into at the top. And it's supposed to just rest on. That bit that it just slots into just didn't exist. So I have this like 2 millimeter part that I can't slot in anywhere. So once again, I busted the fucking glue out. I was just like trying my best to get this thing even. And it melted through a fair amount of plastic because I used a lot of glue. But I got there. It looks good. I'm very proud of it because I know that this was a labour of love.
You're not selling these third-party kits to me, I'll be honest.
I only buy them because they're cheaper. And if they're cheaper, you have to know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is just a straight knockoff,
How do they make them? Do they just
remold,
get an existing kit and then copy, build a mold around them?
Yeah.
The rumour with Daban, in particular, is who made this Exia, is that after a couple of years they actually pay Bandai a slight license.
Oh.
So it's it's very grey, official but unofficial kind of thing. They are not fully licensed, and if they step the mark, then Bandai's going to get their cops on them. But there's a reason that they're still allowed to operate, basically. They could have shut them down completely before.
So where does the mismatching parts come in then? Just because
that comes from their injection machines.
Oh, okay.
Because they're the Gundams, the Bandai injection machines are the best just in the industry. You can get Warhammer, you can get Kotobukiya, nothing will be as good as a Bandai injection molded kit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Bandai vaccine, for instance.
Just plastic.
Isn't that wild though? That the best in the world is being used to churn out 10 quid HGs. Oh, probably
Hell
not
yeah.
just the HGs, probably the perfect grades, but that's
Build
amazing.
divers HGs.
Well, yeah, and it's a well-oiled machine at this point because, you look at a Kotobukiya hexagear kit for a little 10 centimeter land, and it's 40 quid. And you're like, no,
Yeah.
So they clearly understand how to make this stuff at scale and at cost. So, that's my adventure with the knockoff, and I think it'll be nice to make a Bandai kit again. But by the same coin, by the same token, even I think I've kind of got a taste for.
By the same
I've
coin.
got a taste for the sweaty edge
Sweaty
of my
kits.
fucking balls.
Sweaty kits.
Like, will I actually make this kit or not? Of making like knockoff kits. So I'll talk about that more.
We need to find a way to we need to find a way to compare ours in person. Maybe when I come up, I'll bring it up. I was like, no, mate, old news. Old news.
When we're allowed to see each other again, Sam.
I might bring mine up
with your gun down,
because that's a valuable use of luggage space.
Just sit that on the seat on the train next year.
Yeah.
Buy 2 tickets.
Yeah. No, it's sick, isn't it? Like it is. When it's all done, it looks so good. Like
it's like it's the best kit I've ever seen.
And does your sweaty version do the LEDs do all the same stuff? Like the
yeah.
So
it's like I've said this before, but it plugs in via USB as well. Which is really handy. So it's just mine is just permanently on and plugged in. So
mine is not, because it runs on AA batteries.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just stunning, man. Like, you look at it and it's like, it's massive, it's big, it's imposing. I just can't wait to make the weapons now.
Oh, have you not made them yet? So
No.
the other thing I'd be interested to know is, you know, the big blade, the really big blade, the metal looking one.
The Beyblade,
So mine cannot hold that up above, like, so say you had the arm like straight out, it's gonna fall down. So it basically can't hold it above shoulder level without bending the arm in a way where it supports the weight. So I would be really interested to see the load-bearing capabilities of yours.
That's canon, though, right?
I don't think so, considering there's a pose in the manual.
Like farts about in space where there is no gravity.
Yeah.
But see, when it's on a planet, you never actually see it extend its
Maybe.
arm fully horizontal with the Earth, parallel.
There is a pose in the manual that you literally cannot do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's the funny thing about tight tolerances, Sam.
Yeah.
This is like, mine is extremely tight.
But in a way, it'll be able to hold it better because of that.
I hope so, but it isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't exactly like free flowing. Like, you have to put a fair amount of force to even bend the elbow.
Yeah.
So, I hope it does. I hope that I can make you feel bad about buying the real one.
I'm never going to feel bad about it, because I didn't have to go through the stress and sweat of gluing bit. Also, like, you said, like, when the light's on, you can't see the broken bit. Like, once I know that a part is broken or, like, wrong, I can't handle that. Like, I need my kits to be perfect, so that would really really weigh on my mind.
It doesn't weigh on my mind.
Because I have a brain disease.
Yeah, you do. No, but I'm really impressed with how the entire kit is just incredible. Like, you guys talk about how the RG Eva is amazing. Like, I think you need to build one of these, honestly.
Yeah, I'd like to. Just because of how you guys have sold it.
Yeah, and the other thing is, as well, is that I've now kind of broken the seal on perfect grades, right? Like, I was always a bit hesitant before, because I was like, oh, can I do them justice? Are they going to be too difficult? Turns out they're no more difficult than a master grade. And, you totally can do them justice. So, next up for me, eventually, when I order the thing, is the new PG Unleashed, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
I look forward to you taking 3 years to make that too.
Yeah, man. Can't wait.
Callum Gunn, what have you been building, my friend?
Only the best kit ever made, baby.
Oh,
So
days.
every kit that we've discussed here is a potential best kit ever made.
Nope, every kit we've talked about so far, a pretender, a piece of shit, a fucking disgrace.
Callum's here to tell us about the HD GOC.
Compared to the HD GOC.
HD?
No, if I were to give you an audio cue, this is what it would.
Lego. You've been building Lego.
Yeah, baby, the best kit of the year is this horrible thing I made with Lego. No, it's the... Is it HG? I don't even know. It's the cup noodle, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
I totally forgot you got that.
Remember that?
I want one
What
of those
feels
so
like forever
much.
ago.
I want one of those so much.
It's the best kit ever made.
And I go on. Sell
not
this.
joking.
Give me the sell.
All right, so I'm looking at it right now. Right, so you've seen a cup noodle before. It's a cup. It's got noodles in it, but also shrimp. We've got little bits of mystery meat, literally mystery meat. It says in the manual.
That's amazing.
This is an incredible, like, it's almost over-engineered because it's a cup noodle, for fuck's sake, and it's incredible. So you start building, like, the bottom. I'm looking at it now because I hadn't planned this. I just remembered I hadn't talked about it in the podcast. There's a sticker on the bottom with the little, where they print, like, the best before date. There's a sticker for the bottom of the cup noodle with, like, a sort of best before date area going on. You kind of gradually build the cup from the bottom. All the parts are separated with colour. You can take the front off with the logos so you can see inside. There you go.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
So you can see the noodles there. They go on about this suspended noodle technology that they actually use in cup noodles so that the noodles themselves get cooked consistently.
Oh yeah, they're like
Suspended
wedged
noodle
halfway up the
technology.
cup or something like that, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. There's stickers that sort of have all the Japanese text on there and a barcode, but they're actually pretty good stickers. A lot less than you would imagine, considering there's like all sorts of cup noodle logos that are sort of recessed in the plastic and filled in with little white bits of plastic. It's got a flipping lid, lads. It's got a flipping lid, and it's a sticky lid. And I've had this for ages, and it has retained stickiness despite this sort of adorable feel of peeling that lid back and then reapplying it many, many, many times. It's something that, just tickles your brain a little bit. It's still sticky. You get little plastic leaks, which comes in one big strip, and you can cut it to your preferred length of leek. My only complaint is that these shrimp, right? They're just plastic shrimp, but then you put these horrible stickers on it to make them look shrimpy, and those stickers are garbage. And fuck those stickers. Apart from
Right.
that,
Prefer your shrimp
this is the best
stickerless.
kit ever made, and I shan't hear a word against it.
No,
How does it taste?
I agree. I agree. It is the best kit ever made.
How does it taste? Haven't tasted it yet. Waiting for the right moment, like a sort of romantic evening with the wife. You whip out the old plastic cup noodle as a sort of suicide pact.
This is one of the most like Japanese
The
things.
only thing that's been stopping me from getting one of these things is that the fact, like, I know I could buy 20 real cup noodles for the amount of
Why would
money.
you want a real
But they
cup
wouldn't
noodle?
last, Siam. They wouldn't last.
Exactly. I keep this
So
on
it's a
top
cup
of my
noodle that
speaker,
can stand the test of time.
and I see this daily, and I think to myself, hell fucking yeah, I own a plastic cup noodle that I made myself. What could be better in life than that? Best kit ever made. Shut your fucking mouth. Yeah? Best kit.
I want to hear more about the noodles specifically. Like, are they one big pre-molded piece, or
Right, so
do you
there's
have to like panel line them?
kind of
Like,
chunky inner noodle brick, right? So there's like a sort of inner mount, and then there's like maybe 8 or 12 sort of parts of noodle that you kind of. So there's like 2 layers. So you
right.
put the first layer of noodles on, and then there's another layer that kind of covers the gaps. So it's like a sort of multifaceted noodle nest. And then there's a bit on the top. I didn't panel line it because I thought that would be, I don't know, too much work for something that is essentially sitting inside this cup. But I'd imagine you could make it look very nice with a bit of panel lining. I just haven't spent the time on that. But yeah, it's nice. And you can remove the noodles, obviously, and put them back
I
in.
have a very important question.
It doesn't come with any weapons. I know that's something you're going to ask.
If you removed the fake noodles and put real noodles in, could
Yeah.
you fill it up and use it as a container for your cup noodles?
Well, I'd imagine it depends on... Well, I don't have a really good joke answer, but the actual answer is probably no, because the front bit with the cup noodle logo is the bit that comes off. So it doesn't sit quite as flush as I'd like. But maybe that's just personal incompetence more than anything. But the front bit comes off to see this in. I don't know. I'm showing it to the microphone as if you can see through the microphone.
Turn your camera on.
I wouldn't think it. Right, hold on. I wouldn't think it would hold much by way of water, hot or otherwise. This is still plastic.
I need to know. If I could use it as a cup for my cup noodle, I will buy it. Right
So
now.
there you
Sounds
go.
like it'd be
not
highly
happening, is
plastic.
Cool.
And then you can slap that baby on there. See this lid, and you got all the bits in there.
God damn.
That's very cool.
All
It's
this
the best
stuff is
kit ever made.
stickers, Not
It is.
that. That's all. All these gold bits are like, and this red bit, that's like layers that you're kind of putting on top of each other to build the cup up from the bottom. And god
Insane.
damn,
How
it's good.
how much was it, man?
Sorry?
How much was it?
How much is it?
Yeah.
Very cheap if I remember. Can't be more than 20 quid.
I'm looking forward to Revel releasing a pot noodle model kit now.
I'm looking forward to the Super Noodles range.
Oh, I had some
The
super
Final
noodles the other
Fantasy
day.
14 promotion plamo of Super Noodles.
I was in the petrol station the other day and I hadn't seen any before, and I found the Tifa branded super noodles that they
Yes,
did
mate!
Oh, yeah.
the Final
When
Fantasy
we
VII.
found
it's
them
Final
in the
Fantasy
supermarket, Freya went mental and like bought everything that she could see that had a character on it. She was like, I want the cloud, like pasta and sauce. We don't eat pasta. Pasta and sauce is bad.
A cup noodle
here we
is
are.
€16.19 on Banzai Hobby.
That's-
It is sold out though.
That's all right.
That's
all
right.
I need to briefly tell you about the quick overview on Banzai Hub. Says take 3D scans from real noodles and make plastic parts with precise modelling. Now I'm sure that isn't an instruction. That's what they did to make it. It also refers to the noodle lump. So there you go. Can be assembled into a dense noodle lump structure, just like a cup noodle.
That's me.
And the manual has some really fantastic cup noodle trivia, which is worth the price of admission alone, frankly.
Oh yeah,
As a
did you
teaser.
learn something?
I know. I'd rather not spoil it for anyone. I know. I want you to
Yeah.
discover the beautiful world of cup noodle on your own time.
If you are into the beautiful world of cup noodle, we managed to get to Japan in the next decade if we can get this whole thing under control. The cup noodle museum in Yokohama is well good.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
up for that.
You go on a
That's
big
what I wanna do.
you go around this exhibition where it tells you how they were invented and how they're made and about that noodle suspension technology, and then you go into a big hall which looks, thinking back on it now, it looks like a COVID nightmare, where you sit around tables and you grab a cup noodle pot and then you decorate it, you draw on it and colour it in and decorate it, and then you go up to a place where they you put in the noodles and you turn the crank to lower the noodles into the pot and you choose what toppings you want, and then you get this big blow-up bag that looks like a swimming armband
Oh yeah.
that the cup sits in, that the noodles sit in, and then you pump up with like an air pump so that it's protected on your way home.
It's got a fucking Coke machine, but for noodles. That's amazing.
They went there on an episode of Terrace House, if you want to live through that.
You were not allowed to watch that anymore because they killed
Oh,
someone.
it's cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sound like I'm being
it's amazing,
sarcastic
like,
there,
I've-
but
I've
genuinely
gone
fuck
from-
Terrace House.
Go on, Sam. Sorry.
No, I was just saying I sounded like I was being sarcastic there, but genuinely fuck Terrace House. Carry on.
I agree. It's amazing. Like this year, I've gone from not caring about Yokohama at all to like really wanting to go.
Is that because of Yakuza?
Like a
more than one
combination of
reason.
playing Yakuza 7, Cup
Oh,
Noodle
yeah.
Museum, and a Gundam being there. Like,
You can see the Cup Noodle Museum across the bridge in the top left corner of the Yakuza 7 map. There's like a square brick
What?
building, and that's that building.
Holy shit.
oh wow.
Fucking
I thought you were going to say you could see it from the moving Gundam, and then I was going to say maybe that's what it's giving the bloody finger to. But you didn't say that, so I didn't get to say that.
I just can't get over a cup noodle museum. It'd be like, can you imagine if there was a pot noodle museum in Slough or something? You go in.
Have you
and
guys ever been to Cadbury World?
Yeah.
No, I had a terrible childhood.
I've been 4 times.
So
God.
it explains a few things, to be honest.
Just out of happenstance.
Fucking Augustus Gloom over here.
Happenstance. You're just wandering
kicked
along
out
and
all
find
4
yourself
times?
in Cadbury World.
Right. So at the end of the year at our school, we were given like 2 activity days, and I always picked Cadbury World. So
What were the other ones? Healthy Eating World.
It's like when Alan Partridge finds
some
himself
shit.
on the M3 with loads of Toblerones. Simon's like, Lynn, I'm in Cadbury's world again.
The best bit of that tour was that they just ply you with chocolates as you go through it. It's fantastic.
All right, really.
Then you get to go to the outlet. Anyway, do
prefer
you want to
cup
cut to a break? Do we want a break, or do we?
Can I just do a quick update
Let's have a
before we
quick
hit the
break. I
break?
need to
Go on
go.
then.
go for it?
I just ordered the RG ever with the big gun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit.
It hit like
Where
the
from?
Gunpla Club recording
Order.
fever
Yeah.
got me.
Where from?
What so?
I got it from Jungle. Unfortunately, that was the last one, and that is what egged me on to do it. After I just told all of our listeners to go to Jungle and buy it.
How much was it?
6,000 yen, which is what, like 45 quid, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Have we
even
got any
navigate this
kits on
site?
pre-order, or are we expecting any to come?
No.
I've got. I went full Tory and ordered a P Bandai off Jungle again, which is the Wound Wart. So if you want P Bandai stuff, Jungle is good for that. Maybe I'll get commission if I say it 1 or 2 more times and let them know.
Is this
about this episode.
jungle-scs.co.jp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to Gunpla Club. Lads, I've been bad during lockdown.
Uh-oh. In what way?
I've been a bad boy. I built through my entire backlog
Oh
in
wow.
2020. So I built the Turn A, I built the Double Zeta, I built the Exia, and I panicked because I had no kits left. And it was bad.
Isn't this bit about Alexander the Great crying salt tears because he had no more worlds left to conquer?
No.
There's your culture. There's your culture for the day.
I'm just gonna let you know what kind. I've got. This is in my possession. I've got real grade crossbow and real grade impulse. Master grade Mark II 2.0. Master grade Zeta 2.0. I've got the Pliobot Gurren Lagann model kit.
Ooh.
And I also have a few other things coming that I've not told my wife about. Which is the 2B, like...
Oh,
You got
Rider
that.
kit
Oh, that's
thing.
sick. That's sick. Who makes that? Is that a Kota
yeah.
Bakia shtick?
It's really cool. Like,
Is that-
it's
is
supposed
that
to be coming, releasing in March, I think.
Yeah.
But that's super fucking cool. And I've also got, like Chopa 1, I've been a bad boy and bought P Bandai.
Uh-oh. Blimey.
Yeah.
So I bought the Hythen Lay 2 Ra from Advance of Zeta.
What you
So
call
it has
me?
it has like a wound wart in it.
Oh, that thingy, the big bastard. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Jesus Christ, man.
I can't buy any more kits, and that's a good thing because of the new kit news. So let's kick off with Sam. You talked about the PG Unleashed RX 782, and that thing's like fully released now. I assume we've all seen pictures of it.
Big
Not
time.
only have I seen pictures, I have watched some video reviews of said PG Unleashed RX 782, and let me tell you, that thing looks phenomenal. I cannot wait to get my hands on that. And well, I mean, I can wait because I just spent £500 on a PS5, so I am I can and am waiting, but it looks good.
Is it actually available anywhere? It seemed to sell out really
that's
quick.
the other thing. Yeah, it's the first run sold out hella quick. I imagine, and this is purely conjecture, but I imagine that all the lockdown stuff had an effect on the supply run, right? They probably didn't make as many as they'd have liked to. So you have that. You have not as much stock as I'd like, with the fact that it clearly looks incredible and everyone wants it. And it's surprisingly cheap for what it is.
Considering it has like LEDs in it, it's got photo etch in it, it's got the lot.
And it costs nowhere near as much as the LED PG Exia did. Nowhere near as much.
Go on, how much?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but let me look it up. Look, do you expect me to come prepared to these things?
Well, when you say it's well priced and you actually don't know how much it costs.
Listen, I will beat you to death. Right. Yeah, it's like, I'm seeing it here, 190 quid, you know? Like,
all right,
that's quite
not too bad.
expensive.
That's really good.
Yeah.
PG.
Yeah, it's about,
Because, like,
about £200.
You look at that kit and you just think, fuck me.
Yeah.
Like, it's astonishing looking, though, isn't it?
It looks phenomenal. Honestly, watching some video reviews, like, the sheer amount of articulation and panels and flaps and all this stuff that, realistically, are you ever going to play with after the first time? Maybe not, but it's cool and it's there.
The building experience.
Exactly.
That's what you're buying this for.
And it's got the really nice LED support. However, comes with stickers. So when I get mine, I will be also getting a set of water slides. I assume Bandai will be producing a set of water slides for it.
If not, you can probably get them from Samuel Decal for about £2.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But honestly, I mean, the Exia was the same. And the thing with the Exia is I don't want to decal it up because I really like how it looks plain, I guess.
So
but for
there's a guy in a Gundam group I'm on in Facebook who's 3D printing accessory sets for this thing, like a Gundam hammer and stuff.
Well, yeah, because those are clearly going to be P Bandai add-ons, aren't they?
Yeah.
All the extra weapons. What weapons does it come with? Is it just a beam rifle
And a shield, yeah.
and a shield
And a beam saber.
not even the bazooka?
No.
Okay, so that's a bit.
Oh.
Yeah,
But the kit looks amazing. But I think to your point, Sam, I think Will mentioned during the break, like, Gunpla is just basically unavailable in most places.
Yeah, I wanted
Yes.
to ask, like, where are you ordering right now? Because, like, Banzai was doing me for a long time, but now it's just like there's hardly anything available. Is it purely a lockdown thing?
Yeah, I think it is. I think people have just like mass bought models over the last year or so.
Yeah, you kind of hear of a lot of people getting into it for the first time as well. Like on forums that I don't frequent, but like, you know, you see people mention, "Oh, I just got into Gunpla." So,
and I'm sure there have been supply issues throughout. You know, like think about
you've got to think like
you've got to
shipments
assume
have been delayed significantly because of this whole thing as well.
You've got
and
to
that's affecting
assume
availability as well.
That, you know, I mean, work from home, right? You can't work from home. You assume they would have to shut these factories at some point during last year. These factories would have been shut. So it makes sense.
Like, places like Tokyo going into like state of emergency and stuff.
Yes.
At the moment. So
not state of emergency, the early PS2 game by Rockstar.
no, did I not specify state of emergency 3?
Yeah, you've got it.
But to your point, Will, I've been getting my kits from a couple of different places. So the first one is Galactic Toys USA. So that's just galactictoys.com.
Okay.
They're an American-based site. Hang on. Who do most kits, and they have most kits available because it's all Bluefin. So it's all Bluefin getting that stock direct from Bandai. And when you buy these kits, they actually pay the customs for you before.
Oh, nice.
So you don't even fucking see it. Yeah, so I got Freya some stuff from Galactic Toys, and it came through easy peasy. And they run like coupon codes quite often.
Oh, sweet.
So,
What
that's
sort
something to keep an eye on.
of shipping time are you looking at?
About a week.
Oh,
Like
wow.
maybe 3-5 days. Maybe it's amazing. Yeah, I know.
Wow, okay.
And it's not as expensive as our local resellers here in the UK.
RG Crossbone,
Also-
$30. I'm just seeing that now. That's very tempting.
Yeah, Fox Chip. Fox Chip. What is it called? Fox Chip Collectibles. Fox Chip Collector. It's a French site, but they also stock Gundams, and this is where I got my master grades from. They came in like 2 days. They're also available. So, yeah. I mean, I've had to go out on a limb and buy stuff from places that I wouldn't usually. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I bought my Hythenlay from, what was it called? Side 7 Exports, which is a guy in Japan, just a single dude, who goes in and buys loads of P-Bandai. So, it's definitely still available. I think you're just going to have to look to the fringes a bit more
Yeah.
to find stuff.
Has anyone else found any hotspots for Gundam that they've not ordered from before?
Have I mentioned
Japan.
Jingle Japan?
Japan's a pretty good hotspot for Gundam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's one of those things where you don't want to ruin it by put it into the public consciousness. That's the kind of power that Jungle has. But no, I guess we've got to go back to new kit news.
Oh yeah.
Much
do it.
less interesting news. We were talking about Gundam models. So this is this released, the MGEX Wing Ver car? Yes, it is. It got released in November apparently.
Bloody hell.
6,000 yen.
Finger on the pulse here.
Look
Up to
at
the
you.
minute
Good.
news. Yeah, it looks lovely. And it's nice to see a Verka.
I would really like a wing, and this one looks really nice.
This one looks nice, but I really don't like assembling those wing things. I did the RG not too long ago, and it was miserable.
My hot take is I do not like the Endless Waltz version of the wing. I think the Angel wings are dumb. They're really dumb.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
They sound like.
Yeah,
like
they're not the coolest, smartest thing in the world.
no. Wing Zero looked fine in the show, you know. So yeah, not a fan. Pass.
I've got another commercial master grade for us. That's not P Bandai. It's from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. This got announced at Gunpla Expo. The release date TBA, price TBA. This is the MG1100 Mobile Gin, and this looks sick.
Yeah, I quite like this.
Yeah, I love the look of this. It's the Mook from Seed, the original.
It's the grunt.
Yeah. Looks like it can't make its mind up between Zaku or Gundam.
Yeah, I mean, far be it from me to praise something from Seed, but this is a really cool design, and the kit looks really nice.
And it
Chunky.
just has a fucking metal ass sword. Like
Chunky. Yeah.
it's got some blasters. It's got like, but it just has a sword. I deeply respect that. I think I'm gonna get one of these at some point.
Oh, cool.
It's an easy win, and there's so many like options for like painting as well. Like you can just customize it to your will.
Yeah, it's got nice little coloured details like the missile pods, but also the vent jet things on the leg have got a little red outline to them.
Yeah, there's like keen amounts of detail. Like
Yeah.
this is probably taking from the Zaku frame, the Seed Zaku that came out a little while ago.
That's cool.
Moving onwards, we've got a Re 100 Calamity Gundam. This is one of the baddies from Seed. I don't
Not
like this
named
kit.
after me, which is... I've had many tweets, many questions asking, is this named after Callum Gunn? No. For the last time, no.
This is dreadful. I hate everything about this.
Yeah, absolutely irredeemable.
As we know, Callum Gunn is short for Calamity Gunner.
All right,
It's true.
okay.
That's actually true, but this is not related. Oh, so get out of my DMs.
All right, next is the HG Build Divers R kit. All right, get a load of this name. It's the HG Build Divers R 1-144 Load Astray Double Rebake.
That's my Greg's order, I think.
And it looks...
A mess.
This entire series has been trash.
Yeah.
Everything about the anime and the kits they've put out has been trash.
You know, there were other kits from Build Divers that I just decided not to put on this list because I was just like, you know what, that's not even worth talking about.
These are just collections of shapes. Like, there's no design. It's like someone went for a rummage in the bits box and bolted a bunch of stuff together, and then we all agreed that it looks kind of like a Gundam.
I genuinely think they've got some sort of RNG, like random generator for Gunpla, and they're just like, right, this will be cheap to make. Do it.
Speaking of RNG, the RNG has rolled in the shape of something that Chopamon might actually like that's from Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. It's the Gundam Gremory high grade that's been announced.
Gregory.
I kind of like the shoulders on this thing. It's neat.
Since when was this in IBO?
Yeah. I like parts of it. I don't like the weird hood because it looks like a kid on a playground that you think might beat you up.
I think that's the vibe.
It's got these weird fins on the back. Like some of the stuff I don't like with kits is when they mix like quite angular or hard edge stuff with curves, and like his legs have got like pretty hard edges on them, and then his shoulders are big curves. And
I'm kind of liking this. It feels like it's got some Zeta DNA in it, you know? Like,
yeah, it does feel like a Zeta kind of thing. I think that's what you mentioned, Chopamon, is the mixture of angular and round.
yeah, it looks like, I can't remember the name of the suit, but I'm pretty sure it's a bad guy suit where it's kind of got like a like that kind of hood, but then it's got a mono eye under it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Fuck. It's right on the tip of my tongue. But no, it also kind of looks like someone slapped on that, you know, the darker armour afterwards, like on top of a different mobile suit. Until I actually opened the page, I thought this was from Build Divers.
Yeah, I didn't realise this was IBO. I thought, oh look, they've taken the Barbatos-style legs and put them on something else.
That's exactly what I thought.
This looks like, you know, like I said, RNG. Someone went into Gundam Breaker 3, and they shouldn't have done.
I'm a big fan of this. I might buy this despite all of you. And then spend 20 minutes talking about it.
I think the colours look quite nice, but I dislike the upper body stuff intensely.
Speaking of things that are a mess, we've got a high grade from Mobile Suit Gundam, Beltorchika's Children. It's the Nightingale high grade. This is a standard release.
This is going to be a cube of red plastic with about 10 meters of stickers. Honestly, like, I don't know if you've seen the Re 100 of this, but like, it's not the prettiest kit in the world. So, oh lordy, I kind of want to see this.
It looks like it's having trouble standing up.
Yeah, I don't think it can without like a stand.
It looks like
It's got a stand.
Yeah.
You know that there's like one fuel tank underneath the skirt, and it just looks like it's popping out a really bad hemorrhoid.
I
the Nightingale.
I can't lie.
Does the HG do this sort of kit justice? You know, like
I can't lie.
I don't think anything can make the Nightingale look good, to be honest.
It looks like, you know, like
love that
what
this
people
is still
complain
getting
about
kits.
with like some of the simpler Lego kits where you don't build a wall, you get like a wall piece. Yeah, and that's what this looks like. There's just huge parts.
It's going to be one
look at that
piece.
basket.
Yeah.
That's just one fucking.
It just looks
massive.
like it's fallen and it can't get up.
Like you can make this from a crab. Like I'm pretty certain. This is what I'm thinking. Like you could get a crab and make this yourself.
Get a crab.
Maybe do that.
Get a crab. Yeah, no worries. Just pop down and crabs are us.
I'm off to go crabbing so I can do a homemade high-grade Nightingale from Beltorchika's Children.
In the show, does this thing actually walk?
In the show, this is not from a show. So
Yeah, it walks, but sideways.
Here's a little quick lesson for you. Basically, so you've got Shah's Counterattack, the movie, where Amuro pilots the new Gundam and Shah pilots the Sazabi. So that film was actually based on a book that Tomino wrote called Beltorchica's Children, which is the same kind of premise, but it goes in very different directions. And in that book, both of those characters upgrade their suits, so Amuro gets the Hainu, and Shah gets the Nightingale, which I'm pretty sure was only ever made for space because it just wouldn't work in gravity.
I was going to say, this must be a space suit, so I was just like, this is going to look shit if like someone has had to animate this shuffling along.
So outside of cameos in like games, or I don't know if they got cameos in Build Divers or whatever, the Hainu and the Nightingale have never really been animated, is the thing.
Right.
So yeah, it's interesting. It's I'm never going to buy this, but I'm glad it exists, you know?
Yeah. Well, good thing is that they're actually pairing the Nightingale up with the release of the real grade Hainu Gundam.
Now this,
baby.
this tickles my balls, because you see, what I love about this is it's the original design of the Hainu rather than the redesign.
Yeah, it's not the bullshit redesign that happened when the first Master Grade came out.
Correct. Yeah. So again, another short history lesson. The original design for the Hainu is white and purple. It's a chunky boy. It's a big boy.
This is good.
A big boy. However, when the Master Grade came out, and I think it was 2000, they actually redesigned it. They slimmed it down a lot, and all the purple parts became blue. And I personally think it looked much less cool. But then they did they did a kit that you and I both have, Cyan, the Master Grade Verkar Hainu, which used the original design. And thankfully, this is using the original design too. It looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I really like. You see that ankle guard there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That looks neat. This looks good.
Wow.
Like, I have the RG new, and this looks better than that.
I'm into it. Yeah.
Like,
Yep,
I definitely prefer the high
purchase.
new to the normal new. So the only thing that I don't really like is the silver, like on the knees and stuff. Is that silver or grey? I can't tell.
I think it looks alright. I would be well up for this if I didn't still have the MG Verkar unbuilt in my cupboard. So I should probably make that. Should probably make that instead of buying it again.
You know what the sad thing is, Sam?
What?
The sad thing is that this is probably a better kit than that.
It probably is, yeah, you're right. But it's not as big, and size is what's important.
Remember that, kids. Moving on to another real grade that we have. It's the RG Wing TV version. So they're taking this off of the old Wing frames, I assume. And it looks like a Wing Gundam. This is the RG that I don't like, where it's just like minimal effort. It just looks like a HG to me.
Honestly, they all kind of blend into one for me. The wings.
Yeah. Yeah, this one. I never really enjoyed the wing too much. I don't like that silly button on its chest.
Really? Yeah. Can I interest you in the Wing's cousin? Also announced is the HG-AC Gundam Death Scythe TV version.
No, we're talking, but it's HG. So what are they doing? So this is like the 40th anniversary, not of Wing.
Of Gunpla.
That'd be weird, yeah. So what's this for? It looks alright, but what's it for?
It just looks like another
Tell
Gundam.
me. Yeah.
This is all really boring.
I don't know if I can do a HG again, guys. I think I'm done. Unless it's like so obscure that they'd never do another grade.
So, also announced is a 1:48 scale bust of the Yokohama Gundam.
Now you're speaking my
This is
language.
so weird. It's like Anakin at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Very good. Good joke.
Cannot get a sense of scale on these images that I am looking at.
No. Doesn't feel big. And it says keep out RX
says-
Fu Gundam.
It says
It just looks like
friggin' keep
Fugan.
out. It says keep out.
Fu Gundam.
Why is it
Keep
called
out my damn
Why is it
torso.
called the RX-78 Foo? Is it a fan of?
Designed by
Let's try and
Dave
figure this
Grohl.
out.
Yeah, it's a fan of David Grohl. The pop rock hits, Dave Grohl.
Just says foo on the
No,
shoulders. And
we can
can't
for
get over that.
sure figure this out, right? There's got to be a reason.
I don't know.
Double O.
Boo.
Right. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay,
God,
well, I'm closing the floor.
But just looking at
Case
this
closed,
last,
baby.
Well, the headlights up on this thing, which is neat, I guess, but that's about
I'm into
only
the
thing I
idea
can say
of
about
it.
it.
I don't like where the arms cut off, like above the elbows. It just looks a bit odd.
This isn't Gunpla per se, but Sam earlier said size is all that matters.
correct.
So Bandai have taken this literally and announced the metal structure 1:60 scale Sazabi. So this is a pre-built figure. But if I recall, the new was like a couple grand or something like that.
Yeah, this looks
Yeah,
insane.
a 160 scale pre-built action figure is going to be absurdly expensive, especially when it's made of metal. Yeah.
Have you looked at it?
Oh, it looks amazing. Like
It looks amazing.
yeah,
A lovely deep red.
yeah.
It's almost too much for me. There's too much going on.
Yeah,
You know?
with like the display of all the weapons and everything open and that, it's just like
I think
whoa,
the display is
calm
not good,
down.
but the thing itself, like I like that at the bottom now. On the bottom photo, you can see like a little Shah like hailing himself in front of the stand.
Yeah.
He's having a great time. No, he's praising the
That
sun.
way.
He's praising the sun. He's having a great time.
Yeah.
No, I mean this looks phenomenal, but it's going to cost more than a house.
Yeah, I don't think any of
Apparently,
us
I
will buy
watched
it.
a review of the new Gundam and it was like not good. So I wonder how this holds
Ooh.
up. Yeah. Right. Last technically proper release is the MG100 Lightning Strike Gundam China Red version. And I didn't put this on the list for any particular reason other than look at how fucking horrible this looks.
Yeah, this is insane.
Oh
This
no, I was
is
alright with it until I
woof.
scrolled further, and it's all right. So for audio listeners, which is everyone, it's like a black and red. Please, I'm a bit colorblind, so correct me if
Yeah.
possible.
No, it is.
But
It
then
is a black and red.
there are accessory parts that are like purple, and that
So-
does not
It looks.
fucking
It looks.
work.
It looks like the accessory parts are the same color as on the regular Strike Gundam,
Yeah,
but because of that, they just look really off on a Gundam that's black and red.
yes.
And like, it's got quite a lot of detail on those extra parts, but then the beam rifle is just solid red. Like, it has no detail, it has no colour separation. It looks like a Lego gun.
Oh god, yeah, this looks fucking horrible. Like, who said yes to this? Like, no, more importantly, who didn't say no?
So this
Well,
is
probably the same person that didn't say no to all of Bill Diver's re-rise, whatever it is.
Right.
so this is like something for the Chinese market, right?
Yeah, I guess they love horrifically ugly kits. I don't know. Like,
It's to celebrate.
Did Bandai
the
think they were
launch of
honouring
the-
China by making it look like a bootleg?
I think so. I think literally they are. It's to celebrate the launch of the Gundam China project in 2021. There you go.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it earlier, but they're doing a 1:1 scale Freedom Gundam.
Comes
in
with
China.
water slides though, lads. So it's an insta buy. Smash that like. Pew, pew, pew.
somebody, Callum, can you edit in the air horn noise? Yeah.
No.
Just me doing it.
Well, we're keeping that in.
That's the
Moving on
official.
to-
Poggers!
We're going to move on to some premium Bandai releases now.
Ooh, too rich for my blood.
We've got the MG 1100 Gundam Mark V from Sentinel. And yeah, I can see why this didn't get in a normal MG release.
Ugly as
I don't
hell.
like this.
The blue is a nice colour, but
Yeah.
the actual 3D, the actual sculpt is, the design is a bit off.
And the weird
doesn't look good.
fucking yo-yos coming out of his back.
Are you
Yo-yo influencer.
Check my sick loops, bro.
you guys ready for the hot take?
Go on.
I think this is fucking awesome.
Hey!
I love this. It's rad. So
I'm glad.
the Gundam Mark V was actually developed into the Bound Dock. No, not the Bound Dock. The Doven Wolf, sorry, which was in Double Zeta. And then the Doven Wolf was developed into the Silver Bullet, which you see in Unicorn. So all three of those suits share some common design factors, like the top of the legs. But
After Mark II, they just didn't know what to do, really.
I knew all that. Preaching at the choir, mate. I already knew all that.
I really like this. I really do. I'd buy this if it wasn't P Bandai.
Well, guess what? Go on side7exports.com and you can probably pre-order one for a reasonable price.
Well, I mean, it's 8,800 yen, which for a master grade is absurd. But
I can imagine it's quite large, though. This looks like a large kit. It doesn't look like a standard-sized MG. But we'll have to defer to how high it is actually in the
I mean, it's even before you factor in postage and tax and stuff, it's coming in at £62. Like, for a master,
yeah, it's free shipping, Sam.
For a master grade, that is spicy. But I do really like it, so maybe...
P Bandai, though, so...
Yeah, Side 7 Exports, the shipping's just slow. It's free, though.
Right.
So...
I might have to get this. I really like it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Oh, you've changed your fucking tune.
No, I meant the price.
Oh, right.
Not the fucking kit. I would not touch this. Continuing on the theme of things that they like, the Mark III is getting a HGUC. We saw this in Re 100, I believe, as a standard release.
Correct.
So,
yes.
It's just like a Zeta remold.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the blue in this is different to the blue in the Mark V. This is like a slightly lighter.
It crossed
blue,
the line
it?
to baby blue.
Which is interesting.
And you can
those heels.
see where the stickers are.
Step on me, Daddy. Those heels.
I'm not a massive fan of this one either. This design.
No, this one doesn't do as much for me.
I've never been a huge fan of the Zeta face.
I love the Zeta face.
Yeah, but what about the Zeta face?
That's not even a joke. That's not even a... What does that mean? I'm sorry. I'm getting heated.
Moving swiftly
know
onwards to something a little bit different.
Ooh. Thinking outside the box here at Gunpla Club this evening.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I'm going to read the Gundam Kits collection blog post. Gunpla had just taken a big, huge step with this amazing announcement. The Gundam Unicorn is going to get a transformable bust model that also emits lights and produces sound effects and even voice acting from the original OVA series. The automatic transformation also produces green Final Battle and red NTD mode for the Unicorn Gundam. All transformation process are programmed in the CPU provided in the kit. The bust model stands around 39 centimeters tall to the tip of its horns when fully transformed. See the comparison image with a real grade model of the Unicorn Gundam. The end.
So this is a Unicorn bust.
Real experience RX-0 Unicorn Gundam. So this is like a Gundam Unicorn head bust that can transform between Destroy mode and Unicorn mode.
Right.
This bust looks better than the RX Fu one, I think.
Ooh.
Because they've not tried to do like the arms that weirdly cut off in the middle.
Yeah, it does look better than that.
Yeah, I like
and
this.
it transforms.
I want to see it doing it to be sold. Like, it can be as big as it wants. You know?
I want to see it doing it. It can be as big as it wants.
Yeah. And okay, I've got a couple off-topic notes here, right?
You've missed something. You missed the Pale Rider Cavalry. I thought you'd be all over that.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Fuck!
I thought that'd be your shit.
Shit.
No, that wasn't a bit, no. Okay, Pale Rider Cavalry, HGUC P Bandai, April 2021. 2,420 yen. This looks fucking dope.
Yeah,
I like this a lot.
It's a shame it's
Look
an
at
HG.
its
Size
gun.
for a gun.
Look at that gun. Oh my god. It's like a Gatling gun, a flat cannon, and a beam rifle all in one. And it's so good.
I really like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks sick.
It looks good. I wish it was. These should just be standard releases. Like,
Yeah, as ever.
Moving on, we've got another P Bandai item, but this is cool. I really want one of these. It's a Mobile Suit Gundam folding container.
These are wicked.
Yeah.
It's just a plastic box, but it's a Gundam-themed plastic box that says white base on the side, misspelled.
Yeah, and
It's
if that
VACE.
and if that doesn't
white
show you
base.
how Gundam has us by the balls, nothing will. Look at this box.
I want a box that's Gundam themed to keep my Gundams in. God, don't you get it? They're collapsible. They also cost, fuck me, 7,150
Oh,
yen.
Lord.
God,
That's
what?
a lot of money.
That's insane.
That's a significant
Definitely.
amount of
That
money for a
is-
folding box.
Bloody hell.
These are basically the cheap plastic containers you get in like Wilco, but they've just painted them with Gundam colours and then like
And then they're charging
Quadrupled
£1
the
million.
price. yeah.
Literally, that is their strategy.
I still like them.
Jesus Louise.
I know those weren't all new kits, but that's it for new kit news, fellas. That was a lengthy
A good
segment.
roundup.
Turns out we missed a lot.
Yeah, I feel like I've caught up after some time away now.
Yeah, the RG High News.
It's good when we
happening.
don't do these for a while because we've got a good healthy crop.
The only thing I'll probably order is that IBO kit, the Gremory, just to, as I said earlier,
I respect it.
Right,
I respect it.
I want the Gin and the Unleashed. But that's about it.
I want a P Bandai kit. Fuck. That's,
Sorry?
I said I'm annoyed that I want a P Bandai kit.
You'll get us eventually.
Welcome back to Gunpla Club. What? What happened, Callum?
That was me.
Oh, good.
All right. Oh, that was a bit. That wasn't a bit. I thought it was a bit.
It's a bit.
It's
You're
a
a
bit.
bit.
It's a bit, babe.
It-
A little bit, babe.
I don't understand what's happening.
Go, 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 go.
So basically, I have been playing a game, and I know Will has finished it, called 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, by Vanillaware, who previously made Dragon's Crown and Muramasa and Odin's Sphere, and very good games. They do not miss, Vanillaware, and also the games are beautiful. And
nothing like this one though.
no, 13 Sentinels is... The reason we're bringing it up is because it's full of mechs. And I don't know about you, Will. I'm not very far yet. I know you've finished the thing, but I think it's absolutely fantastic. I really do.
It's brilliant. It starts off with like prologues because it's sort of like two games in one, right? It's got the mech sort of strategy side, which starts off with lots of tutorials, and then the other side of the game is like, would you call it like a visual novel, or like it's a
I would
side-scrolling?
100% call it a visual novel, except it's a visual novel where you move your characters around a little bit. But yeah,
Right.
I'd say it's like mostly that, and then you've got these nice interludes of real-time strategy, mech combat. Although the only issue I have is that the graphical style they've used for that is very minimalist, and you don't actually really see much of what happens, if that makes sense, because it's all just little
No, I
icons
wasn't
on a
expecting
map.
that, but you sort of understand later in the game when you're literally wiping out hundreds of enemies in one move. And you're
Yeah,
like,
I've
okay,
seen
they
some
can-
screenshots. It looks pretty wild. But yeah, man.
I'm probably like 5 or 6 hours into this, and like the plot is just like hooked me completely. I just want to know what the fuck is
Yeah,
happening.
It's a really
That's the
it's
thing.
sci-fi.
It's hard to talk
mad,
about.
You don't know what's going on. Proper mystery.
There's time travel. There's like basically it's school kids in different eras, but they're all connected to these sentinels, which are big robots they pilot naked, by the way.
Hell yeah!
It's hard to really talk about it beyond that.
Yeah.
Except that they go. Some of them go to the same school. Some of them know each other, and it's kind of a massive mindfuck.
It gives me big vibes of various other visual novels like Steins Gate, and the Zero Escape series, like 999 and the two sequels that got like those are all similarly like sci-fi, time travel, like mystery, and yeah, it just feels like that, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. Cannot stress enough how good it looks. And sounds, the music
and the mech
fantastic.
combat.
Yeah.
You got like 4 different types of mechs. You have 4 generations, basically the old ones, which are just melee units. Then you've got all-rounders. The 3rd generation are long-range snipers. They're probably my favourite. They've got these massive rail guns and like long-range missiles. And then the 4th generation are flying. So they're like these skinny, lightweight, futuristic flying mechs. And the idea is, in the strategy gameplay, you are defending a outpost, and you have to deploy units. You sort of decide which units you're going to deploy, and then defend the city from kaiju, which are like mechanical beasts. It's really cool. Like at the start, I didn't like that a lot, and I preferred the story stuff. But then I really got into the strategy side of it as well, and actually really enjoyed just like, how can I blow up as much as possible in as few moves as I can.
I'm surprised this is not more like you've not already played this, Tropes. To be honest, it seems like exactly your wheelhouse.
I played the first half hour, but then something else came out. And then I've just been playing a bunch of other stuff, but I am very much looking forward to getting to it because I love Vanillaware stuff.
Yeah, I thought you might.
Yeah, their stuff is incredible, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting to it. In the first half hour I played, I got a couple of like tutorial battles, but like the school kids hanging out and chatting gave me vibes of that Friends of Ringo Ishikawa game on Switch and PC, which is a very chill. I obviously goes in very different directions, but like that is a very chill kind of laid back narrative open world game.
Is it?
Like,
I thought it was a side-scrolling beat 'em up all this time, like completely seriously.
It's that as well.
No, it has that, but you get up in the morning. It's like a day-night cycle.
Oh shit!
And the game is really confusing at the beginning because it's just got this open world town, and it doesn't tell you anything. You just have to figure it all out. So you eventually kind of get into this day routine of like studying, hanging out with friends, picking fights. Like there's like different things to manage because you're the head of a gang, but it's really kind of serene and chill, and the game doesn't care if you kind of properly engage with it or not, so long as you're just hanging out. And that's not what 13 Sentinels is, but it's kind of got that similar kind of otherworldly, chill Japanese school vibe. It's because like a lot of like Japanese school games, like Persona or something, like they're pretty intense in terms of like how excited everyone is and moving the story along. But it felt like with 13 Sentinels that it's kind of like a much more experiential story, where it's kind of, they're not going to thrust stuff in your face. They're just kind of they're going to trust that you will get taken along with this story as they introduce weird stuff.
But I'm interested to play Ringo Ishikawa now that you've actually described it to me, Trevor. Like that sounds great. Isn't that the game where apparently it was like the guy's dad or something helped him to animate the like fighting sprites or something like that?
Yeah, he's a single developer in Russia that started making this game, and he realised he was having a really tough time with it. And then his dad learnt how to use Photoshop and drew all the sprites. And the sprites are kind of like Kunio-kun. Was it River City Ransom?
Yeah,
they've kind of got that look to them. But the writing is incredible. I started playing it not long into making Paradise Killer, and I was like just blown away at how subtle and mature the writing was, and how shit mine was. And it's a sublime game. Very confusing. Like imagine Persona, like where you get to, you've got your daytime slots, but this game doesn't do anything to tell you what you should be doing or what your options are.
All right.
And it's kind of got a very human story to it. Highly recommended.
Sorry for the derail. I was just really interested to hear it. But I knew it wasn't a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
I had that game on my Switch for like 2 years and just haven't got round to starting it. But I picked it up.
It's really cool.
I picked it up on the recommendation of, I can't even remember who. And yeah, it's just been on my backlog for so long. But well, there you go. 2 recommendations for you, you miserable bastards.
Yeah, definitely play it. Like 13 Sentinels came out last year, and I think it's a game that too few people have played. It would be great if more people
yeah, I mean, it's so niche that I'm sure every extra sale will help. So buy it.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It came out at a bad time as well.
Yeah,
that game should not have come out at the end of last year. It should be coming out like now, when the release calendar is pretty empty.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because I got swept up into a bunch of playing 5 different games for work, and I had to drop it. So maybe I'll finish Yakuza 7 one day and play Friends of Ringo Ishikawa or 13 Sentinels and finish them both, but I doubt it.
I'd like people to talk about it when we get to spoiler territory.
I will make sure to play it, Will.
Oh, who's ready to play a game?
What?
Yay!
Go on.
Do you want to know what the game's called?
Not really.
What is it called?
Not really. Well, tough shitty titties.
Oh.
The game is called Perfect Grade Feature or Set Off Your Bullshit Meter.
Okay.
So, what with the recent, probably, release of the PG Gundam Unleashed RX-782 Gunpla Gundam Plastic Model Kit, it's got a lot of details, features, you could say, features, right? So I've got here a list of some features given to me by Mr. Bandai himself.
Mr. Bandai?
Mr. Bandai. 2 words, first name, last name, passport, all checks out. And I want you to know if it's a perfect... To tell me... I want you to... I'm not good at this, but I want you to tell me if it's a perfect grade feature or if it sets off your bullshit meter. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions?
Yes.
Do it.
Yes and no.
Don't understand.
Okay, well, I'm sure...
So, are these going to be real features, some of them?
Some of them are and some of them aren't, and the game is that you have to try and guess which ones are, Sam.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Fucking shit for brains.
There will be some music under this, I promise. So it's not as... so don't worry
Empty.
Don't worry about anything. Just don't worry. All right.
All right.
Are we ready?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a good one here. All right, number 1. It's the Gunpla Evolution Link System. Perfect grade feature or bullshit meter setter offer?
That's absolutely real.
That's real. That's real as fuck.
That sounds real.
It is a perfect grade feature.
Hey!
Yay! Okay, moving on to number 2. We have here, says Mr. Bandai's told me that the PG Gundam has a voice-activated leg. Is it a perfect grade feature or is the bullshit meter going off the charts?
That's also real.
I want it to be real.
It's real. It's real. I bet my house on it. It's real.
I made that up, you idiots! It's not
Shit.
real!
Shit.
Fucking freaks! Alright, number 3. Extremely small light units.
The thing is, I actually know that's real because I remember that from the website.
I'm going to say it's bullshit.
It is real. It is,
I don't know.
It is actually
Nah, that's
real.
got to be real.
I can't tell. Right, we need to come to a consensus, boys.
Oh.
Is it real or not?
It's real! It has small lights in the beam saber.
I really wanted it to be
Extremely
fake so
light
Sam
units.
would doubt his sanity.
That's the name of the game, baby. Alright, okay, here we go. Number 4. The PG Gundam has a day 1 patch.
Real.
Does it not actually fix anything and continue
Real.
to be broken?
I reckon that's a future
Only half
feature.
the kit comes in the box.
It removes all the textures.
It has a smooth, almost slimy feel to it before the day 1 patch is applied. Like it's sweating.
Well, listen, if my Gunpla could sweat, that's a 4D.
I wouldn't be here.
That one is, of course, absolute nonsense. Yay! Alright, moving on to number 5. The PG Gundam has a splash-proof zone.
Like at a fucking theme park, right?
I don't know. I'm just reading this email I got from Mr. Bandai. Don't shoot the messenger here. Just a conduit for
Splash-proof.
his folly.
It's obviously not real.
It's not.
Who is this Mr. Bandai? What are they doing?
I just receive emails, man. I don't know. It was in my spam folder.
Bullshit.
It is bullshit.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be real. That I could go and find out what it was. I wanted to go and look that up.
Splash-proof zone. It's on the Super Fumina 1 to 4 scale.
It is not proof.
It's not a feature on any Gundam yet, but it is desired by a small number of fans. Number 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, I think. Okay, we've got Chinese acrobat level articulation.
That's racist.
Perfect great feature, bullshit meter. Perfect great
That's
feature,
racist.
bullshit meter.
I'm posing my Exia now, and it can indeed pose like a Chinese acrobat. So I'm gonna say this is true. Chinese acrobat. Fuck it.
Do we have any advance
That's
on?
bullshit. There's no way they would print that on a box.
Considering what happened to that detention game for having a little joke about the president of China.
And the
Winnie
Monster
the Pooh
Hunter
level
movie.
articulation.
No. Alright, true. It's all true. All of it.
It's all true. It's true about the Jedi. All of it.
It is true!
Oh,
but with
wow.
a caveat that it was written in a description on a shop website and wasn't part of the official material.
Suck it, haters. I win.
I really struggled to find some true ones. Number 7. Are you ready for this? This is honestly insane. Dense heat sink expressions. Perfect great.
Sorry, say that again.
I will repeat for the hard of hearing. Dense heat sink expressions. Using my BBC voice there. Perfect great feature, bullshit meter.
It's real.
It's real.
sounds
it's real
real.
as fuck.
It's real.
I mean, it
It's
shouldn't
off the
be.
Unleashed.
Yeah.
It's real, boys. Oh boy. The perfect great
Sink
Gundam
expressions.
has, and I wish I was making this up, but I'm not. It's got dense heat sink expressions. I don't know what
I
that
wish
means.
I had
You don't know what that
dense
means.
heat-sink
No one knows
expressions.
what that means. It's all PR hellish pish. Okay.
I want to be a copywriter for Bandai so badly.
What do you think I'm friggin' auditioning for here, man? Give me a break. Okay, the last one. The crazy number 8. Perfect great feature, bullshit meter. The PG Gundam has 3 terabytes internal storage expandable to 3.5.
True. Definitely true.
Perfect great feature, bullshit meter.
True.
I mean, it's a good way to keep a Gundam model on your desk if it's just had like 3 terabytes of data hidden in it. Like, I want it to be true.
I mean, it could be for those PC accessories that we were just looking at.
Shit.
Oh. You're thinking
NVMe
that's
drive
not
hidden in the
perfect, right?
Exia's leg.
I think perhaps you're overthinking this one, lads.
It's true.
Yeah, let's go true.
It is made up. I made it up.
Oh,
It's me.
gosh.
Silly me.
You know what you are, Callum? You know what you are? You're a sinner.
I am. And that's all we've got time for here on Perfect Grade Feature or Set Off Your Bullshit Meter, which is what I wrote down as the name of this. Thanks for playing.
That was very good. Thank you, Callum.
Woo! That was a great feature.
I'm knackered now.
Right, shall we take a wee break?
Don't know how Les Dennis does it.
Kind of.
Shall we take 5?
Monster Ultra. Yeah, if you want.
正義の怒りをぶつけろガンダム機動戦士ガンダムガンダム立ち上がれ立ち上がれ
Welcome back to Gunpla Club. We've got some questions from our listeners. Starting from the Discord, Old School Skill has 2 fantastic questions. Number 1 is, looking back, how has COVID and or lockdowns affected your involvement, interest, or plans in building model kits in 2020?
Well, I've finished the Perfect Grade Exias, so there's that.
Yeah, I completed my backlog and bought too many kits again.
I made the best kit there is, the cup noodle. That was good.
Yeah, I built the RG Eva, which is a great way to take your mind off the nightmare world we find ourselves in.
I've only built the Eva, but I really want to get into it again, just because it's a nice thing to do away from the screen.
I think, like, for me, like, it comes in... The interest comes and goes, like, in waves. So, like, I'll be really into it for, like, a month, and then I just won't think about it for another 3 months.
That's like me with Star Wars at the moment. And actually, I wanted to mention this earlier. I picked up a Star Wars model kit. It's a Revel snow speeder. And I was thinking, that's easy, you know. It's basically a grey wedge. But the hassle to make this thing, it's like you have to paint pieces as you build it. You can't just, like, build it and then paint it. You've got to, like, individually paint, like, components as you're putting them together. So it's like, how do you... Like, that's so annoying. You've got to, like, paint a part, wait for it to dry, put it together, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to bother. Because I also have to go back
We're
and buy
very
all the
spoiled by
paints.
Bandai as well.
We are, yeah.
That's Airfix. That is
Yeah.
pure Airfix bullshit.
Yeah, pricks.
That's why Bandai are the best at making model kits.
You know what? It did make me realise, okay, I am really glad we have Gunpla and you don't have to mess around with all this bullshit. It's actually nice to build, rather than, like, shit, a project you've got to, like... You can't just read the instructions. You've got to, like, buy stuff, think about it, plan it. You basically got to plan out a whole weekend just to build this tiny little model. So, yeah.
Yeah, it fucking sucks, bro. Buy the Bandai one next time, yeah?
Yeah, well. They do these Star Wars kits, so yeah, there you go.
Who makes the one you got then?
Revel. The same people who make,
um,
like, cars and aeroplanes.
Oh, Pixar. Oh, right, okay.
Another one from Old School Skill is he asks, have there been any third-party kits, Deban, Supernova, Eastern Model, etc., that have piqued your interest for 2021?
Is there, like, a resource for them? Really?
I just follow Samuel Decal on Facebook, and he announces
do
everything on his Facebook page.
I don't go on that fucking hell site. I
I
go
do.
in the other ones.
Basically solely like, I have to have a Facebook to manage work stuff.
Ah, that's
Same,
true.
same.
Yeah, I do have an account, yeah, because I sometimes have to do Facebook integrations, and that involves things. But yeah, I'd like if there was, like, a Gundam kits collection for
bootlegs.
for illegal
Yeah.
stuff. You know?
Yeah,
But it's like
agree.
on Tor or something.
So yeah, I think recently announced as a the Bandai did a metal build version of the F-91.
Yeah.
So they've actually model kitted the fuck out of that, and it costs $32. So I really like the F-91 metal build, and this just comes with all cool things. Or you can even make it like an all white F-91. So I've been umming and ahhing about this because it's not too expensive. It's $32, so that looks neat. I know a kit that everyone's been looking forward to is the Zero Gravity Judge as well, which looks very Seed-like, but I believe it's an original design. Yeah, so that looks neat as well, and that's just stuff like I feel that these guys are just ahead of the game, like in front of Bandai in some ways, because like stuff like the Judge, the redesigns of the metal builds, like Supernova have done really cool stuff with they basically released all of the Wing series, but they with like slight redesigns, and they all looked fucking fantastic. There's like an RG Eva expansion set, which includes like some like a sword, a scythe, a pistol, a couple knives, which I believe is from the Eva Anima version. Different holding hands, different like forearms. It's like expansion sets I think are getting really cool now. The third party ones. So, like, there's a Tekkaman Blade coming out, which looks fucking sick. So like, they're really good third-party things, and I genuinely think that, like, Bandai is playing catch-up to them, because you see them now releasing busts of, models commercially. You see them now releasing stuff like the Zaki Warriors and the more highly detailed kits that the fans have been wanting for years before that. So I just think that Bandai just takes notes from what the bootleggers are doing, and then that informs what they produce now. That's just the way it is. Has been for
Are you expecting to buy more third-party stuff soon?
If I see something that I like, then yes. Because, like, as like terrifying as it is to make the Exia, it's always worth it in the end. Because I think that the finished kits look better. Like, one of the best, like, I traditionally put away my kits on display after 2 years, but, like, the ones that I really like, I'll keep on display. And genuinely, I think probably one of the best looking master grades I've ever got, I've put together, was the Dragon Momoko Destiny, and that's still on display.
I am just looking at this Samuel Decal website, and there's a base for your Gundam here,
Holy
which is
shit.
all modelled and stuff, and it's got LED lights in it and a mist machine.
That's amazing.
Like at a school
It's
disco.
$20. What the hell?
Yeah, man.
How does that work?
There's wireless LEDs like based on a base that you can get as well, so you can put the LEDs in your kit and stand it on the base, and it works the same as wireless charging does, and it'll light up all the LEDs.
Well, good.
Only problem is it's highly toxic and you die within an hour.
But yeah, like that. Samuel Decal is where I got my Exia from, and he was very good to me, because like that Daban Exia was supposed to come with a bunch of stuff that I just didn't want. So I messaged him and I was like, I don't want all of this shit. Can you split it out for me? And he was like, yeah, and like made it half price. So I was like, I can't say no to this anymore, can I? Yeah, it's stuff like they do like clear frames for the PG Unicorn that you can use, different LEDs that make it multicolored, so you don't have to abide by Bandai's bullshit. Like, it's good. I think it's good that Bandai have competition for themselves against their own line of kits, because it makes everything better.
I've just sent you guys a link to Frame Girl Soft Part. That's exactly what it sounds
Gonna
like.
put that on my turn, eh?
God, it has a GIF on it.
Hell yeah! Oh, I'm so.
So this is for a frame arms girl,
Yeah.
and it's just soft boobies.
Squeezy boobies.
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
frame arms girl
amazing.
soft part.
Oh, the
It
GIF.
says in
The
the
GIF.
description that it's not porn or adult items, so keep your mind out the gutter, lads.
Mac asks, whose Exia is sexier?
Well, mine. I think.
Mine.
Siam, are you genuinely
Huh?
going to claim that?
No, yours definitely looks better.
Yeah.
Hugh Huffman of Doom, dream kit that'll never get made. Perfect great grand attack.
This question needs to stop.
Every fucking time.
I want a perfect grade Sochi from Turn A Gundam.
I want a one-to-one Sochi with soft parts.
Jeez.
Lads, I've just found a fucking model kit of the Air Jordan 1.
Let's see.
To be honest, though, that's less ridiculous than a model kit of a cup noodle. So,
That's true. That's true. He's got me there.
my dream, I don't know. Again, I'd love a Master Grade G Gundam, but that becomes more and more likely as Hathaway's Flash, gets in. So,
Yeah, I'm sure that will come.
yeah.
We've been talking about
Next
wanting a Master Grade G Self for what feels like 2 years
Yeah.
now.
It won the poll, didn't it?
I'm beginning to think that's never going to happen.
Was that poll just to, was the poll a troll?
Troll pole.
Troll poll!
That's a good idea for a game.
You gotta play the troll
Is
pole.
that going to be a Verkar as well?
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah.
It was what kit do you want to be
Yeah.
the next MG Verkar? And
Yeah.
G-Self one. Yeah.
I would buy the hell out of that.
Yeah, I know you would.
Where's the MG Barbatos Lupus at? Like,
I assumed they
More
would
than
be, Actually, no. What I was about to say is I assume they would be P Bandai, but as we've seen, all the popular suits, all the variants will get regular releases because they will definitely sell. So
Yeah,
I reckon that will come, or if not that, then the Lupus Rex for sure. Just
BLR.
give it a bit of time. Yeah.
What have we got next? English Otaku asks, is there another sci-fi anime or manga you'd like model kits from?
Votoms! There are model kits from.
There are Votoms kits. You can get a Scope Dog, a Brutish Dog, anything.
That's a good question.
You've not even
actually.
fucking seen Votoms, Sam.
No, I know,
this.
but
You
the
are
Scope Dog
a
looks
poser.
cool.
You're a fake Votoms liker.
Look, I've got it on my hard drive now. I'm going to watch it soon.
You asked me, is this like a space opera or is it like real military? And I was like, Votoms is the most like fucking real military shit you're gonna get.
That
Like,
is,
It's as real as it
that
gets.
is not what I said.
it's so real, it's actually real, it's happened.
That is not what I said.
It's
What I
true.
said, Siam, is this like Gundam or is it full of gore and misery? And you said gore and misery. So I'm very excited to start watching Votoms.
It is generally. You should watch it. It's the most Sam Smith anime I can think of.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. But that is a good question.
Does anyone else have any other sci-fi anime or manga
that
they'd
is a good
like?
question.
Have they done Premiere?
Lost Planet.
Lost Planet. That's a fucking
Ooh.
shout.
I love Lost Planet 1 and 2 and EX Troopers with all my
course you
heart.
do.
I
Yeah.
think about them every day.
course you do.
I love those games.
Of course,
Lost
you
Planet
do.
2 is fucking brilliant, man.
It's amazing. It's underrated.
Lost Planet, a 5 out of
Right.
10 game. Any day of the week, of course.
What the fuck happened?
No, I do.
Did
And
they
the
just
mechs
not
are
make money?
fantastic.
Next question. Thoughts on Gundam Universe figures? I don't own any of them, so I don't know, Milk. Sorry.
Universe figures.
I'm going
What are
to
they?
Google it.
They're like toys. They're like this toy line.
They're
Oh,
like
yeah,
toys,
I
just
remember
junk.
I like toys for kids, not like my cool models of cartoon robots.
Not like my cool Gundam models.
I think we might have talked about these on a podcast once upon a time.
Hey, these look alright.
Definitely.
I have had some
nice.
Gundam figures and they're fine. I don't know if they're the same
alright.
ones, but
There you go, that's what I think about it.
Gundam Universe figures, of course, can be abbreviated as GUF, so that's
Hey!
it's got that going for it too.
Right. We actually have some important business to get down to.
Okay.
Someone reached out to us in response to us asking for questions and said, can they have a shout
Oh,
out?
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
This is
Erick _ Ronaldo _ 33 says, mate, any chance you can shout out to Eric? Literally just say that. Thanks, praying emoji.
No, we can't.
Right.
Sorry.
sorry. Correct capacity, Eric.
Yeah. Sorry, Eric.
It's just not going to happen. Not this time. Maybe next
Sign to our
episode.
Patreon.
Maybe next time, mate. Shout out to Eric! I'm going to do the air horn noise. Poggers.
Thank you for listening to Gunpla Club. It's been a long one, boys, hasn't it?
Yeah. I'm exhausted.
Right.
Jesus.
But it's getting late.
long overdue.
I'm tired. You're tired of hearing us. Will, what are our socials?
Gunpla Club on Twitter, on Instagram, Gunpla Club UK on Facebook, though we don't really use that. I think hottest tip is to join our Discord community. There's a link, I believe, on our Twitter. If it's not, ask us.
It is.
The website. It's on the website, right?
Oh, everything's on the website. Gunplaclub.what?
Call.
Keep that in.
Gunplaclub.com.
.com, there you go. I wasn't sure
Yeah,
if we
it's
were
up there,
baller enough
top
to
left
own
or some
the .com.
shit. Of course we are.
Right. Does anyone have anything to plug?
Only my butthole.
Bye, Paradise Killer.
No.
I am doing nothing. I am working. And I am...
Shout out to Eric.
Shout out to Eric.
Eric!
Yeah. All I've got to plug is my friendship with Eric.
It's as real as it gets.